The story so far. You're William J. B.J. Blazkowicz, the Allies' bad boy of espionage and a terminal action seeker. Your mission was to infiltrate the Nazi fortress, Castle Aldenhammer, and find the plans for Operation Eisenfrost, Iron Fist, the Nazis' blueprint for building the perfect army. Rumors are that deep within Castle Aldenhammer, the diabolical Dr. Schabs has perfected a technique for building a fierce army from the bodies of the dead. It's so far removed from reality that it would seem silly if it wasn't so sick. But what if it were true? You were never given the chance to find out. Captured in your attempt to grab the secret plans, you were taken to the Nazi prison, Castle Wolfenstein, for questioning and eventual execution. Now for 12 long days, you've been imprisoned beneath the castle fortress. Just beyond your cell door sits a lone, thick-necked Nazi guard. He assisted the SS dentist / mechanic in an attempt to jumpstart your tonsils earlier that morning. You're at your breaking point. Quivering on the floor, you beg for medical attention in return for information. His face hints a smug grin of victory as he reaches for his key. He opens the door. The tumblers of the lock echo through the corridors, and the door squeaks open. His mistake. A single kick to his knee sends him to the floor, giving him your version of the victory sign. You grab his knife and quickly finish the job. You stand over the guard's fallen body, grabbing frantically for his gun. You're not sure if the other guards heard his muffled scream. Deep in the belly of a Nazi dungeon, you must escape. This desperate act has sealed your fate. Get out, or die trying.
Muti.
Yeah!
Congratulations. You run out of the castle and hook up with the underground. They inform you that the rumors were true. Some hideous human experiments were seen around Castle Aldenhammer, so Operation Eisenfrost is real. You must journey there and terminate the maniacal Dr. Schabs before his undead army marches against humanity. More Wolfenstein. And in episode 3, Hitler hides in his Titanic bunker as the Third Reich crumbles about him. It is your job to assassinate him, ending his mad reign. And if you like Wolfenstein, you'll love the prequel trilogy of Nocturnal Missions. 30 more action-packed, super challenging levels. Episode 2, Operation Eisenfrost. You escape from Castle Wolfenstein and struggle your way to the Allies' front lines. While you were imprisoned, more evidence of Operation Eisenfrost, Iron Fist, was uncovered. Grave diggers are becoming Hitler's best recruiters as Dr. Schabs is preparing to unleash his hideous creatures upon the free world. With the force of an entire army of undead killing machines at Adolf's disposal, nothing can stop him. You are the only one who can defeat the evil Dr. Schabs and keep his hideous experiments from coming to fruition. Venture into the depths of Castle Aldenhammer and inject Dr. Schabs with your brand of justice.
Mein Gott im Himmel! Mein Gott im Himmel!
Congratulations. You stand over Schabs' fat, evil, swollen, putrid body. Glad your mission is finally over. All his journals and equipment will be destroyed. Humanity is safe from his hordes of hideous mutants. Yet, the Nazi atrocities continue. Thousands march into death camps, even as the Nazi war machine falls to its knees. There's only one way to stop the madness. Mission: terminate Hitler. In episode 3, Hitler hides in his Titanic bunker as the Third Reich crumbles about him. It is your job to assassinate him, ending his mad reign. You find he has escaped to the Reichstag, and there you must confront him. And if you like Wolfenstein, you love the prequel trilogy of Nocturnal Missions. 30 more action-packed, super challenging levels. Episode 3. Die, Fuhrer. Die. You destroyed Dr. Shops and crushed the Fuhrer's plans for creating an army of undead. His dreams vanquished, the Fuhrer has sunk deeper into his twisted, evil mentality. Now bent on the destruction of the free world, Hitler has become increasingly desperate. Thousands die as Hitler leads his armies into suicide campaigns. The only way to stop his annihilation is to confront Adolf himself. Can you defeat the Fuhrer and end the war, or will his hideous reign continue?
Die! Eva, auf Wiedersehen. Eva, auf Wiedersehen.
Congratulations. The absolute incarnation of evil, Adolf Hitler, lies at your feet in a pool of his own blood. His wrinkled, crimson-splattered visage still strains, a jagged-toothed rictus, trying to cry out. Insane, even in death, your lips pinched in bitter victory, you kick his head off his remains and spit on his corpse. Sieg Heil, huh? Sieg Heil. But the adventure is just beginning. If you like Wolfenstein, you'll love the prequel trilogy of nocturnal missions. 30 more action-packed, super challenging levels. BJ battles the Nazis as they plan large-scale chemical warfare. Fight Otto Giftmancher, Gretel Gross, and General Fetchishit. Episode 4, A Dark Secret. You must assassinate Otto Giftmancher, the amoral scientist responsible for designing chemical weapons. Be assured, the castle is well guarded.
Donnerwetter! Donnerwetter!
Mad Otto Giftmancher is dead. The twisted scientist behind the chemical war lies at your feet, but the fruits of his labor grow elsewhere. The first wave of chemical war is already underway. In the heavily guarded fortress of Erlingen are the plans for the upcoming Giftkrieg, or Poison War. Find them, and you'll know where to find General Fetchishit, leader of the deadly assault. The next adventure awaits, so don't wait. Start the next adventure and find those plans. Episode 5, Trail of the Madman. Although the scientist is dead, the plans are in motion. Explore the dungeon of the castle to find the plans, so the Nazis can be stopped.
Mein Futter! Yeah!
The plans are in your hands. Griddlegross, the giantess god, has fallen. Hope her brother Hans doesn't get mad about this. Now rush to the military installation at Offenbach and stop the horrible attack before thousands die under the deadly, burning clouds of chemical war. Only you can do it, BJ. The end is near. Go get General Fitch and shit before he begins the mad plans of pain and destruction. Episode 6. Confrontation. Prepare for the final battle with General Fetch and shit, organizer of the chemical war. Wade through waves of soldiers and stop the Geneva Convention breaking machinations.
Leon! I'm Fuhrer! Was enough there. Was enough there.
Congratulations. The general gasps his last breath, and the free world is safe from the terrifying Nazi chemical war. You return to Allied headquarters, a Medal of Honor waiting for you. Allied Command informs you of some nefarious activities around Castle Hollenhammer. Something about some gray-skinned berserk soldiers. You did it! You have finished the 6th Wolfenstein episode. You are truly one of the great heroes. The world shares your name. You get your picture taken with the president. People name their babies after you. You marry a movie star. Yes, you are so cool. The end. Wolfenstein 3D. Spear of Destiny. France. Burned buildings and scorched countryside serve as an epitaph to a country destroyed by German lightning war. Now a frenzied Nazi people offer their obedience to their new messiah, never questioning the morality of their actions. They march forward with zealot conviction as entire cities are leveled by Hitler's war machine. Those that survive are subject to the scheduled horrors of the Third Reich. Starvation, forced labor, and execution are their stable diet. Reprisals for insubordination are swift as cities are crushed and their beleaguered inhabitants summarily executed. Meanwhile, Berlin dances to the requiem of a fallen France, meeting with the French resistance. Hidden in an abandoned barn on the outskirts of a small French village, you meet with members of the French resistance. With their assistance, you hope to infiltrate Castle Nuremberg and retrieve the Spear of Destiny. Leader of the French resistance, Jean Moulin, paces the floor as he adjusts a scarf that nearly conceals the scars across his throat. Captured and interrogated for covert activities, Moulin has first-hand knowledge of the Nazi regime's brutality. He stops to stare out a nearby window as he describes your mission. I honestly believe that the Nazis have traded their soul for victory in a blood pact with their Fuhrer. Hitler's control could only stem from hell itself. Under the guidance of this madman, a nation of thugs mindlessly feed off the suffering of others. I'm convinced that the Spear of Destiny is the source of Hitler's power. It must be taken if we ever hope to end this bloodshed. Turning to face you, he continues. However, I'm equally convinced that your mission is impossible. We'll get you into Germany, but you must enter the castle alone. I can't afford to send valuable men to their inevitable death. A soldier that would volunteer for this is either insane or invincible. Your battle record is proof of both. Earlier this year, we captured blueprints for the Nazis' reconstruction of the castle. They've installed elevators, heavy locked doors, and created numerous secret chambers, turning the castle into an impenetrable labyrinth. Combined with our intelligence reports and the original plans, we've been able to create a detailed schematic of the fortress. This won't make your mission any less dangerous. Once you're in the castle, it will be a non-stop bloodbath until the end. Here's what you're going to face. The tunnels. You'll enter the castle through the tunnels, built centuries ago as an extension of the dungeon. This moss-covered labyrinth is now being reconstructed by the Nazis to house ammunition and stolen treasure. The tunnels are the least guarded area in the castle. However, their meandering corridors and vine-covered paths can make combat difficult. They are primarily guarded by German shepherds and guards. The tunnels end at floor 5. Guarding the exit to the tunnels is Transgross. Trans, pronounced trans, is so tough, he chews up lead bars and spits out bullets. Make sure you're packing plenty of ammunition and a chain gun before you face Trans. He's a heavily armored, two-fisted gunman that wields dual chain guns, delivering more firepower than you can withstand in a toe-to-toe bullet battle. Gross defeated. The dungeons. Upon entering the dungeons, you'll notice the extensive network of prison cells. Centuries ago, this area housed some of the most notorious criminals in German history. The cells have been long since emptied due to their poor condition. However, according to our intelligence reports, some of the more nostalgic Nazis, mostly the SS, enjoy tossing their victims into an old cell during torture time. After the dogs finish off the questioning, the SS like to proudly display their victims' remains in old cages which hang from the ceiling. A morbid perspective on interior dungeon decorating. The final dungeon level is floor 10, guarded by Barnacle Wilhelm. This salty dog barks a missile launcher / chain gun. Welcome from his withered fists. Don't rub his fur the wrong way. The combination of fast attack and long-range devastation makes Barnacle difficult to defeat. Barnacle Wilhelm defeated. The main castle. The main castle floors are the most extensively developed area of the entire Nürnberg castle. Continue with caution. Its small chambers and corridors make combat difficult and confusing. Existing for hundreds of years, the castle's past inhabitants have created numerous secret passages which now conceal treasure, ammo, and first aid. Use the passages wisely. Some will enable you to sneak behind guards and deliver a surprising first strike. The main castle is a heavily guarded beehive of activity. Once you enter, you won't spend a single second unattended by a Nazi host. The guardians of the main castle are the most dangerous you've faced. Besides SS and officers, Hitler's chief scientist and minister of the macabre, Dr. Schabs, has used the powers of the Spear of Destiny to create an army of mutant guards. Floor 16 is the top level of the main castle. Dr. Schabs has been assigned to a facility which contains a more suitable lab for creating mutants. However, he's left his most prized creation to guard the spear, the Uber Mutant, the horrific jewel in the maniacal Dr. Schabs' sadistic crown. The Uber Mutant is the perfect soldier with 4 cleaver-tipped arms and a chain gun in his chest.
Mein Leben!
Uber mutant defeated. The ramparts. You finally made it to the upper floors of the castle. The ramparts. One of the most impenetrable castles in Europe. Below these floors are solid stone walls that encompass the entire main castle area. For centuries they've effectively served as a barrier to even the most powerful armies. From a small passageway that leads to the center of the ramparts, you'll enter a tower that extends above the castle. It is there that you'll find the Spear of Destiny. The ramparts have less complex floors than previous sections. However, they're heavily guarded and provide little assistance in weaponry and ammunition. Their symmetrical design makes it easy to become disoriented. Don't be relieved by their simple layout. The ramparts are crawling with Nazis, most of which are positioned for ambush. Unless you're careful, you'll be forced to face every guard on the floor before you escape. Hidden at the top of the tower is the Spear of Destiny, the fuel of Hitler's invincible war machine. If you can successfully make it past the guards on the first floor, you'll take an elevator to the top tower. Enter with caution. Guarding the entrance to the Spear's chamber is the ultimate Nazi warrior, the Death Knight. The Death Knight wields 2 chain guns and a missile launcher, making him the most deadly opponent you've faced. Unlike previous super guards, you won't have to search for the Death Knight. As soon as you enter the final chamber, he'll be standing at the door. You may be playing on Death Incarnate, but with 2 chain guns and 2 missile launchers, this guy is Death Incarnate. The final floor, the Death Dimension. To protect the Spear, Hitler has made a blood pact with the Angel of Death, promising the souls of his Nazi soldiers. In return, Death guards the Spear for as long as Hitler is alive. If you want it, you must prove your worth by destroying this demon in hell. Guarding his lair are ghostly phantoms with an appetite for human flesh. Ghosts are slow, but their touch is deadly. They can be stopped with a single bullet, but in a matter of seconds, they'll reappear. The Death Dimension provides tons of assistance and ammo, and health. Since you're the only one here that can die, you'll probably need every bullet you can find. The Angel of Death is a big beastie with a bad attitude, and this intrusion really pisses him off. The only way to leave this lifeless lair is to defeat the boss. No longer in the earthly realm, this demon has no need for conventional weapons. A single blast from his gnarled claws can kill. It's not so bad going to hell. Think positive. If you finally end up there, you'll be able to fight your way out. You were found by Allied forces on a grassy hill a distance from the smoking remains of Castle Nuremberg, the spear clutched in your wounded hands. A thin, wispy smoke rose from your still body. The grass beneath you appeared burned by fire. In the Allied hospital, you tell no one of your frightening final battle with the Angel of Death, lest they think you mad. But you still bear the scars from the other great foes of the castle, dark and deadly, starkly vivid in your memory, all fighting to defend this holy relic, to keep Hitler's twisted dream alive. With the spear gone, the Third Reich will fall. May it never rise again. We owe you a great debt, Mr. Blazkowicz. You have served your country well. With the spear gone, the Allies will finally be able to destroy Hitler. But that's another story. Wolfenstein 3D. Return to danger. Welcome to your nightmare. You're leaning your back against a cold, hard wall, your fist clenching your chain gun so tightly that your knuckles are white. You're soaked with sweat, and the heat from your body is evaporating it, causing steam to drift around the corner, giving a clue to your presence. You're exhausted, but you know you can't risk resting. Not yet. You inch slowly to the corner, then peer around cautiously. A guard spots you. You both raise your weapons. Tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Ring, ring, ring. Your phone wakes you. It was a dream, or rather, a nightmare. Another flashback to your ordeal at Castle Nuremberg. Ring, ring, ring. Still groggy, you pick up your phone. Yeah. Who is it? Hello, BJ Blazkowicz. Yes, this is Admiral Powell of the United States Navy. Listen, BJ, we need your help. What is it, Admiral? Hitler has recaptured the spear. We've already lost 3 intelligence agents trying to infiltrate his headquarters. BJ, you're the only one who can help us now. Your mind is flooded with thoughts. It's been over a year since you've been back. You thought it was over. You put your life on the line, and now it was all for nothing. No. Hitler's henchmen stole the spear from American soil. Now it's personal. The spear must be regained. I'll do it, Admiral. Return to danger. At the end of Spear of Destiny, Mission 1, BJ captured the Spear of Destiny and returned it to the US, where it was kept under tight security. Hitler, desperate for the spear, sent Major Hans, the Axe, von Schefflin, and a group of stormtroopers to the US to regain the spear and the power he seeks. After a bloody battle, only Hans manages to narrowly escape and make it back alive with the spear to the Nazi secret Scandinavian base. Hitler had the new base built to carry out atomic research. The Atomic Research Lab is excavated from the solid rock in a Scandinavian ford, accessible only by submarine. The US Navy has arranged to take BJ to the ford, but underwater mines prevent them from taking him to the base. Instead, BJ is outfitted with scuba gear and will have to swim to the submarine pen to gain access to the base. 2 naval frogmen accompany BJ to within 100 yards of the base. Now it's all up to him. While several US intelligence agents were killed in the attempt, the Allied spy network has discovered that the Spear of Destiny is located on the uppermost floor of the research lab, and is closely guarded. Proof of an atomic research lab was also found. The submarine pen. After swimming to the entrance of the base, BJ arrives at the lowest level of the complex, the submarine pen. The first few levels of the base are actually below sea level, making the submarine pen cold and damp. Generally, the lighting is dim, and the walls are made of rock or steel plate. Large pipes protrude from the floor, with smaller pipes being visible along the walls. With the submarine pen being the entrance to the base for all personnel and visitors, BJ has to move stealthily to go undetected. Submarine Willie. Willie is one nasty Nazi, not the brightest individual to start with. Willie had to undergo a lobotomy after repeatedly attacking several guards and officers. On the most recent attack, Willie lost one of his front teeth, while fellow guards struggled to control him so that the professor could sedate him. Now his evil grin is all the more unnerving. The operation caused Willie to resign his position as the submarine captain, and now he guards the exit from the submarine pen. Always angry, Willie is known as one of the meanest men in the base. While he often wanders around confused, he shoots at most anything that moves. The guards have gotten used to avoiding him. You'd better keep a sharp eye out too. You'll need a good stash of ammo and a chain gun to take Willie down. With a chain gun of his own, he'll be tough to beat. You'll also notice a good number of dogs on the floors in the submarine pen. Hitler has had these Dobermans trained to kill. The dogs are left unchained to patrol the floors and frequently find intruders before the guards do. Tread softly. Their barking could alert their SS masters.
Zum Teufel! Get out!
Secret weapons research. This section is used to primarily research on atomic devices and various secret weapons. The floors have better lighting than those in the submarine pen and contain a lot of long halls and many small lab areas. Due to the nature of the research being done, the section is better protected with more and tougher guards. Also, note that armament, radio, control panel, bomb casing, and plutonium is used in the research, so more of it is hidden in secret areas on the floors. Reduce the nuclear threat by grabbing these items whenever you can. Professor Quackblitz. Hitler has a penchant for mad scientists, and the professor is his latest recruit. The professor was formerly trained in computers, artificial intelligence, and robotics, and was a highly regarded expert before the war took its toll on him. Initially disillusioned with the capabilities of artificial intelligence, the professor focused his energies on the integration of machines with animals. Successful in the worst meaning of the word, the professor has created bats with machine guns attached to their feet. The professor's most recent interest is the combination of chemistry with traditional computer microprocessor design. His hypothesis is that since organic beings contain chemicals, computers that combine the use of chemicals will be far more superior at simulating true intelligence. The professor guards the exit from the secret weapons research area. Since he's got a chain gun and a rocket launcher, this may very well be where your mission ends. The professor is a busy man and will want to get rid of you in a hurry. This is his turf, and intruders had better beware.
Tod! Vaterland! Tod! Vaterland! Dein letzter Fehler! Nein, nicht schon wieder.
Atomic research. The main research for the atomic weapon is carried out in the atomic research area. Hitler's ominous term for the atomic weapon is the final solution. This area is very well guarded, The floors are well lit, like the secret weapons research area, but the labs in the atomic research area are much larger. Along with the usual armament, these floors contain large numbers of bomb casings. Grab all that you can. They are worth 5,000 points each. Major Hans, the Axe, von Schleifen. It was the Axe that led the group of stormtroopers that journeyed to the United States to recapture the spear. Despite being hand-selected by Hitler himself and undergoing extensive training, of the 23 men that went, only the Major survived the bloody battle. The Axe returned with the spear and received a commendation from Hitler. The Axe is now held in high regard by the Fuhrer, who has given him the responsibility of guarding the exit from the atomic research area, thus ensuring that the command bunker remains impenetrable. Tough, fierce, and loyal, the Axe is the perfect soldier. There is no question that he will carry out Hitler's orders to the letter. With dual chain guns, the Axe is a one-man army. Approach him cautiously and be ready to move quickly, or you will be history. Fortunately for you, the Nazis have stored a wealth of ammo on these floors in case of intruders, but it'll work just as well in your stolen chain gun as it will in theirs. While it will be difficult, you can take him down, but you've been warned. This war machine really has an axe to grind.
Alarm! Alarm!
The command bunker. This is the final area of the base, and it is where the spear is kept, and it's well guarded. Your mission is nearing completion, but don't relax now. The worst is yet to come. Filled with guards of every type, the security in the bunker is greater than in any other area. Getting the keys will be more difficult. It's even possible to make a key inaccessible. You'll need both brain and brawn to make it through these floors. The robot. A masterpiece of the demented Professor Quackblitz. The robot was designed as the ultimate killing machine, experimenting with the use of chemicals in addition to the use of traditional electronics for the robot's brain. The professor has managed to provide the robot with human-like reasoning. The state-of-the-art brain allows for tangents in thought, so that the robot does not simply carry out actions that have been programmed into it. It adapts and learns. It's not only its state-of-the-art brain that gives the robot an edge, equipped with dual chain guns and dual rocket launchers. He may well be impossible to beat. The combination of its sophisticated brain, artificial intelligence, and firepower make this the toughest boss yet. Use all your strength and cunning to take the robot down, and your reward will be the key to the area where the spear is kept. You will have succeeded in your mission, foiling Hitler's diabolical plots of dominating the world using nuclear threats. You'll be able to return home a hero. Finally, it will be over, or is it?
Alarm! Ah! Jetzt! Zug! ja. Vaterland! Gut! Vaterland!
The final retreat. Upon recapturing the spear, BJ is transported to a fantasy world of terror. Here, you will face Hitler's most powerful fiend, the Devil Incarnate. There's plenty of ammo lying around, so grab what you can. You'll need it. Don't forget to check for secret walls. That's where the real help can be found. Ghoulish ghosts, loyal to Hitler even in death. The ghost of dead SS patrol, the final floor. The ghost at the touch of death. Contact with them will drain the life out of you. Shooting them will make them disappear briefly, but they soon resurrect to continue their relentless pursuit. Be cautious when preoccupied with battling the Devil Incarnate. A ghost is likely to sneak up behind you, meaning almost certain death. The Devil Incarnate. Once he detects your presence, the Devil Incarnate will tirelessly attack with atomic weapon blasts. This dude is big, bad, and ugly. Defeat the Devil Incarnate, and you will have saved the spear and foiled Hitler's plans of world domination. Good luck. You were found by Allied forces on a grassy hill a distance from the smoking remains. We owe you a great debt, Mr. Blaskowitz. You have served your country well. With the spear gone, the Allies will finally be able to destroy Hitler. But that's another story. Wolfenstein 3D. The ultimate challenge. The Devil's Doorstep. The Seance. In pursuing the fulfillment of his twisted dream, Hitler calls upon the dark forces of the occult. With his inner circle of advisors, he arranges for a secret meeting during which he holds a seance. Hitler and his advisors gather in the map room of the Fuhrer bunker. Leader's bunker, Hitler's subterranean headquarters below the Chancellery in Berlin. Clutching hands, the group circles slowly to the left while chanting to attract evil influences. Hitler speaks loudly as the chanting continues. Abigor, demon of darkness, commander of 60 infernal legions, who sees the future and knows all of the secrets of war. I call on you now. The ultimate challenge. Hitler, more paranoid than ever, has expanded the Fuhrer bunker beneath the Chancellery in Berlin. The bunker is excavated and expanded to carry out the development of future weapon systems. All previous entries to the Fuhrer bunker have been permanently sealed off. The bunker is only accessible from the lowest level by means of a service elevator, which is heavily guarded. Allied intelligence agents have been unable to infiltrate the bunker, but have managed to obtain invaluable blueprints. A system of air ducts is required to carry fresh air to the underground complex, and could be used to access the bunker undetected. Other agents have tried and failed. Only BJ can retrieve the spear and smash Hitler's dream of world domination. The fate of the world awaits. Computer Technology Labs. BJ enters the Fuhrer bunker via the air ducts that provide the underground complex with fresh air. A vent at the lowest level of the complex allows BJ to gain access to the Fuhrer bunker. This is the first floor of the Computer Technology Labs section. In the Computer Technology Labs, the Nazis are working on developing silicon chips and other basic components used to build computers. Computers play a major role in Hitler's plans. Future weapon systems require computers to control them. While progress is steady, periodic setbacks occur. This is partially because Hitler has not yet obtained all the information required to complete the computer systems, and partially because Nazis have focused their energy on aggression at the expense of intellectual advancement. Submarine Willie. A soldier. Willie is a big and mean. Willie was always a bit off the deep end, and finally ended up getting a lobotomy when he started killing more of Hitler's men than the enemy. Still, his brute strength and willingness to obey has made him a favorite with Hitler, who gave him the important post of guarding the exit from the Computer Technology Labs. Willie is the first boss you'll be up against, so be forewarned. It will take a huge amount of ammo to take him down. You'll also need a chain gun. You don't want to face this guy with just a machine gun.
Was zum Teufel?
Laser guidance systems. The work in this section is divided into two major projects: the development of assault helicopters and the laser guidance systems that will be used by them. Being integral with research in other areas, work on lasers compromises the largest portion of this section. Hitler's plans call for the use of laser guidance system for anti-aircraft missiles. Preliminary work is also being performed on the use of laser guidance systems in conjunction with satellite systems. This will give Hitler the ability to remotely attack any location in the world. Professor Quarkblitz. The professor has been one of Hitler's most valuable followers. Blinded by loyalty, the professor has used his impressive talents to aid Hitler's evil plans. A mad scientist of the worst kind, ethics pose no problem for Professor Quarkblitz. The professor's experiments include bats as large as dogs that use machine guns on their prey. The professor is also responsible for creating the most intelligent robot on the face of the planet. Intelligence that is used to kill intruders rather than help society. If you make it, you'll have to face this metal monster before you can recapture the spear. Of course, with Professor Quarkblitz guarding the exit from the laser guidance systems area, this may be the end of the line for you. It looks simple to grab the gold key and exit in a hurry, but be careful. The guards may have a different fate in store.
denkst du? Alarm! 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 Ah! Glück gehabt! Denkst du? Alarm! Heil! Denkst du? Dein letzter Fehler! Nein, nicht schon wieder.
Satellite systems. The work being performed in the Satellite Systems Division is the most technically complex by far. The weapon systems being designed here encompass all of the technology that the Nazis are working on. Computer systems, laser guidance systems, and satellite technology. By integrating all of this high-tech technology, Hitler's scientists are very close to having completed satellite systems capable of demolishing an entire city from anywhere in the world. Major Hans, the Axe, von Schleffen. Ugly? You don't know the meaning of the word until you see this hideous Nazi. Only the Axe can make Submarine Willie look like the kid next door. Just the sight of the axe can cause heart palpitations in the most fearless of men. The Major is another of Hitler's favorites, and for good reason. Having previously recaptured the spear for Hitler, he has received several commendations from the Fuhrer for acts of bravery. His loyalty and malicious intelligence have earned him the post of guarding the exit from the satellite systems area. With dual chain guns, the Major is a one-man army. While you'll find plenty of ammo and health are available, you'll soon use it up, so don't get too close.
Alarm! Heil! Glück gehabt!
The Fuhrer Bunker. The Fuhrer Bunker is the original 2 floors of Hitler's command bunker before it was expanded. This is the final area and where the spear is kept. Be very cautious, however. This area is crawling with Nazis that are death-bound to prevent the loss of the Spear of Destiny. The lower of the 2 levels contains many small rooms, which are cramped and uncomfortable. There is a map room and several other rooms used for conferences. There are also several guard rooms on this level, so watch out. The upper level of the Fuhrer Bunker is where the spear is kept. There is a large area outside the elevator and inner area where the spear is kept. The inner area of the upper level actually contains several areas within each other to make accessing the spear almost impossible. The robot. The robot patrols the area outside the elevator to ensure that no intruders make it into the inner area of the bunker. He also carries the key that provides access to the inner area. No one passes without his permission. Designed by Professor Quackbits, the robot is a state-of-the-art death machine, with unsurpassed artificial intelligence and the ability to learn and adapt to situations. The robot will be the toughest challenge you'll have faced yet. However, if you do manage to bring him down and capture the spear, you will have succeeded in your mission. Maybe.
Tod! Vaterland! Mami! Au, das tut
Future threat. Still under the demon Abigail spell, the spear transports BJ into the future to fight an unimaginably hideous demon, the Devil Incarnate. Abigail's admiration of Hitler's demented plans has prompted him to order the Devil Incarnate to help Hitler protect the spear. Running around the open floor, you'll find plenty of ammo to use in your attack against the Devil Incarnate. But killing him will not be easy. Radioactive mist. Left over from earlier battles, clouds of radioactive mist drift slowly by, making it difficult to focus on the task of obliterating your opponents. The hot, poisonous mist can kill almost immediately. Make sure that it doesn't get anywhere near you. If the nauseous mist does begin to overtake you, firing into it will cause it to disperse, long enough for you to escape its damaging effects. The Devil Incarnate. Not of this world, the Devil Incarnate possesses supernatural powers. Bent on your destruction, he will attack you with atomic weapons blast. Sure, the Devil Incarnate has the powers of hell on his side, but you have your trusty chain gun. If you can defeat the Devil Incarnate, you will have broken the demon Abigail's spell, and Hitler's plans will be useless. Good luck. Be prepared to look death in the face. Now you're up against the ultimate evil enemy, the Devil Incarnate. Good luck.
Was du kannst, du Feigling.
You were found by Allied forces on a grassy hill a distance from the smoking remains. We owe you a great debt, Mr. Blazkowicz. You have served your country well. With the spear gone, the Allies will finally be able to destroy Hitler. But that's another story.